Hello viewers, welcome back to my new channel, Literary Militia of Dr. Masum Islam. This is the third video of today that is going to be uploaded in the channel, and it is all about rhetoric and prosody. In fact, I would say that it's all about rhetoric only, because rhetoric is such a topic that needs to be discussed and needs to be read, needs to be explained with delicacy, with time, and needs to be understand also, needs to be understood. Uh, However, uh, you know that the term rhetoric is derived from a Greek language. It's a Greek term, and it is coined by Aristotle, upon which Aristotle has written so many essays and writings, uh, and he has given us how rhetorical figures are to be used in our daily day to day you know uses, day to day speech and writings. One thing I would like to say here that these videos are totally raw videos, with no editing, with no filtering, with no polishedness, and the you know I have um, very short time, and within the short time I have to uh, make the videos, and without any filtration I uploaded it. So I don't know whether the videos are attractive or not, or meets the expectation level or not, but I'm trying my level best, and it takes time. As I have not bought any or managed any kind of technical devices that will help uh, to to filter out my videos, or help to enhance my videos quality. um, in coming days I will surely try to upload the videos with the help of the technical devices, you know uh, all right, let's start about rhetoric. uh, Rhetoric is actually meaning public speaking, the speaking power or the oratory power, and it is used in to persuade or to uh, conquer the audience through one's speech. All right, and the classical rhetoricians or classical critics used to emphasize on the oratory power um, of one's speech, because in classical politics, uh, the oratory power uh, was uh, was given more emphasis, and it was considered as a as an asset of one's mm, of one's being. Anyway, it is Aristotle wrote about it in his book, and it is and according to Aristotle, it the rhetoric is an art of speaking, and by an orator to convince, to captivate, and to conquer his audience, as I earlier said it, and many other critics also supported Aristotle in his views. And like Roman poet Horace in his Ars Poetica also said the same. He even said that poetry and rhetoric is inextricably linked with one another. You know, because poetry, uh, what poetry is called is actually the lines or the sentence full of rhetoric or literary uh, rhetorical devices or figurative devices. And Aristotle, in his rhetorical essays that he has wrought upon rhetoric, has divided rhetoric in three major branches. That is deliberative, or you can say it is legislative, or by law, by systematic rhetoric. And the second one is judicial rhetoric, that is related to courts or justice, you know law and orders. And the third one is epidictic. The epidictic is related to the literary or the ceremonial associations. However, in through the evolutionary period, uh, modern critics have developed, you know, um, rhetorics, and uh, divides and terms the rhetorical figures as a figure of speech. And uh, the rhetorical ornaments, in which the simple and correct statements are often clothed and presented, are called as figure of speech. And it is the figures of speech are all used to uh, to 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 uh, to impact one's speech, to effect uh, one's speaking power. However, uh, one thing uh, one thing it need to be cleared out, that rhetoric and grammar is not the same thing. Rhetoric is related to uh, polishness of one's speech, ornamental way of speaking. But the grammar is related to the correctness, the correctness, uh, the 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 clarity of the sentence, uh, devised by the sentence structures, syntax, and the grammar, and the grammatical rules. However, uh, the figure of speech now will be uh, discussed, and based on the uh, speech or writing quality. The figure of speech actually have been divided um into seven categories, that are figures based on similarity, figures based on association, figures based on contrast, figure based on imagination, figure based on indirectness, figures based on sound, and figures based on construction. So the first figure of speech is figures based on similarity. So similarity, you can understand through the terms, that figures based on similarity. The figures, the rhetorics that that's are identified uh, or recognized with the with the similarity with with the similarity with some other objects of the same thing, of the same sentences. However, figure based on similarity are further divided into four or five subcategory, that are simile, metaphor, allegory, parable, and fable. Though the last three are not practically used in competitive exams, but the first two, that is simile and metaphor, are mostly used and mostly discussed in in practical writing, in poetry. So in our next class I will be discussing about the figures based on similarity, and the figure that is simile and metaphor. Okay, subscribe my channel. Thank you.